Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, what you're looking at is an interesting experiment. For the last couple of days, I've been working on trying to find a way to add power to a Marx truck so you could light the caboose. Anyway, what I've done was I took the power roller from a Lionel truck, as you see. And it's mounted on a plastic plate and snaps into a Lionel truck. But in this case, it will not fit a Marx truck. The dimensions are just completely wrong. So what I did was I took the plate that has the roller on it and I epoxied it to a piece of cardboard, fairly thick, as you see. About 1/16 of an inch, something like that. If we can get the camera to focus. There we go. And I then took the cardboard and epoxied it across the two axles on a four-wheel Marx truck. So I just got this built and just going to do a quick experiment to see if it's going to actually work. So let me put this on the rail, refocus the camera. There we go. Put our light bulb in the center, or reasonably in the center anyway. Okay, I've got it on the outside rail. Let's turn on the power and see what happens. And it works. All right. So now, will it work while it's rolling? It does. All right, now let's put it on a consist and see if it will stay lighted and flicker free, or reasonably so anyway, while it's running. So this is the grand experiment. Will it work? If it does, it's a really, really simple way to add power to any Marx car. So without further ado, I'm on track one. Let's see what happens. And as you can see, it works. So this is a really, really simple way to add power to a Marx truck. So this will work on any four-wheel Marx truck, it looks like. It's fairly simple. It's not difficult to do this. Figuring it out was the hard part, as with anything new or any experiment. But this actually works quite well, as you can see. So I'm using chassis ground because the steel trucks, of course, and that roller is epoxied to a piece of cardboard. The cardboard is epoxied across the two axles. So far, so good. This is actually working really well. And for being the very first test, anyway. So it's simple, still a bit crude. The thing is, it works. So you can snap the body back onto this chassis, and you now have a lighted caboose for your Marx consist. And this will work with any four-wheel truck. So all you need is that plastic roller plate off a Lionel powered truck, epoxy it to a piece of cardboard, and then epoxy the cardboard across the two axles on a four-wheel truck, and you have a hot truck for a Marx car. All right, this is working better than I thought it was going to for the first test. So almost flicker free, as you see. The neat thing about it, of course, is that it doesn't cost anything. This is all made out of junk. Just stuff out of the parts box. And in this case, it took about an hour to build this, I guess. First, I had to figure out how to do it, and then put it all together, of course. Let the epoxy cure, do the wiring, and here we are, up and running with a new lighted caboose. So anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this. It's fairly simple. It's easy to do it. There's no doubt about that. And as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. The neat thing about it, of course, is the fact that it works. So The plastic plate is epoxied to a piece of cardboard. The cardboard is epoxied directly across the two axles on a four-wheel truck, and I have a hot truck for a Marx car. So this will work on any four-wheel truck. So it works. It's simple. It's reasonably straightforward to do. It only takes a few minutes. And like I said, now that I know how to do it, it's a matter of minutes to build one of these things. It's really, really simple if you have, of course, this plastic plate with a roller on it. And like I said, this is just a standard Marx part or a Lionel part. And I had it in my parts box. I've got several of them, in fact. And I wanted to see if it could be fitted into a Marx truck. It's fairly simple. It's fairly straightforward. The neat thing about it, of course, is the fact that it works. So I can clean up this wiring now. Refocus the camera here. I can clean up this wiring and snap the body back on this chassis, and I will have a new lighted caboose that didn't cost me anything. Made completely out of junk. So it's really, really simple to do it. It's straightforward. It doesn't cost anything, and best of all, it works. So really, really simple. Anyway, I'll do a follow-up video once I get the body put back on this chassis. Like I said, I'll clean up the wiring, get everything soldered. It's all just twisted together right now. I've got a wire soldered directly to the chassis for ground. But like I said, I wanted to see if one of these rollers could be fitted into a Marx four-wheel truck. And as you see, it's reasonably easy to do this. A piece of cardboard, that's really all it took. And I don't know, probably an hour or so to figure out exactly how to do it. But the nice thing about it, of course, is it works. So I have another lighted caboose, and this will work on any four-wheel Marx truck. So it's really, really simple to do this. A Lionel roller on a Marx truck. So just a conglomeration of parts. But the neat thing about it, of course, is the fact that it works and it didn't cost anything. It's all made out of junk, out of the junk box. So I'll, like I said, put the body back on this, clean up this wiring, and I have a new lighted caboose. The lighted caboose adds to the consist. I mean, it really does. Just that simple light bulb. And again, made completely out of junk. It didn't cost anything. About an hour of my time to figure out how to do it and mount it. And then mixing the epoxying the plate to the cardboard, and then the cardboard across the axles of that truck. So a Marx hot truck made with Lionel parts. Interesting. And of course, the best part is the fact that it works and it didn't cost anything. Plus I had the fun of building it. Anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this. Like I said, I'll do a follow-up once I get this wiring cleaned up and get the body back on this. It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like when it's assembled and running. But I just wanted to do a quick video. So, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.